Villager is Villager is curious why he is asked to get in a boat. Villager says that this is his old house. Villager says, I can give you some emeralds for that iron helmet and iron boots. Villager watches the playground. Villager decides to hit the player for fun. Villager goes to see where the other villager is and is happy that there's more pigs. Villager is about to be killed by a player and he's not happy. Villager sees this lump. Villager says, can you at least put a torch in there? The player is going to get more torches. Villager grabs the torch for himself though. And Villager says that he has a torch. It's fine. And he goes in the hole with the other villager. Villager is confused why he has to be here and puts the torch in a better place. Villager decides that he's had enough of players bossing him around. But Villager thinks, should I really do this? Villager hears the player and decides to be careful. Villager says that he'll protect him. And Villager says, why do we need to be here? I can give you emeralds. Why? Asked the villagers. You want to use his trades? Asked the villager. But I have trades too, says the villager. The player said that he's going to use the other villager for something. Villager says, okay. And also asks the player, does he have a base? He says that his base got blown up by creepers. Villager says, why don't you make a new one? He says it's going to get blown up by creepers again. Villager says, then make sure no creepers get there. Villager goes off to the pigs, like the player has his cows. Villager has an idea, being creeper related. Villager breeds all the pigs and walks off. Villager is hit for no reason, and Villager asks why. Why would you hit me? The player says you hit the cows, but Villager says I did nothing to those cows. Look, I'll even stand in here with them. You think I would hit them? The villager climbs out and goes in the boat. The villager takes the boat and walks off. Villager has an idea and tries to get the other villager to get out. He's successful with that but has to chase him around. And then, villager puts the other villager in a boat. But for some reason, he's not getting in. Villager says that his wooden axe is almost broken. He'll need a new one later. Player found more cows and pigs, but villager does not know that. Not yet. Being aside, villager does something, and then walks off. Villager looks at his pigs, and he's happy about it. Villager then decides that he's going to make a bell for something. He doesn't know why, but he's just going to go and put it down. Because he has his own bell, so he's going to put it down for him in his house. So they ring the bell just in case they need villager. Villager is hungry though, so he eats bread. Villager is tired and wants to go to sleep. So villager decides he might go to sleep for a bit. Then thinks, wait, what about that thing that I did? And villager walks off. And villager decides to make a new farm. And it's going to be right next to the pigs. Villager decides he needs more seeds. So he goes out to get some. Villager adventuring into the woods, not knowing what's going to happen to him, goes out into the woods, wondering when the player will get back. Villager decides to pick all of the grass, hoping for some seeds. He gets 3 of them. Now he has 4, and then walks back. Because it's turning to night. He would have stayed for more, but he can't. Villager sees the player coming back with lots of pigs, and Villager says, "Wow, you really found a lot of pigs." The player says nothing's there. And the pigs try to get out, and another pig at the edge, and 3 pigs get out. The villager says, 3 pigs got out, quick, get them in. And the player tries to do that, but they're all cramming their way through. So the villager moves 1 pig so they can get through, and tries to move the other pig, but it doesn't work. And then the pigs began to get out, and the 2 pigs have access stuck. Villager decides to push 1 through, or just close the gate, but he can't do that. And then he opens the gate, and the pigs are finally able through, except other pigs are pushing them. The villager decides to open the other entrance, so that pig can get through. But it's just leading more pigs out, like that baby pig, and even more pigs. Villager says that he can't fix this, and the player will have to. Villager almost gets them all in, but 1 remains out. Villager decides he'll fix this himself, and is successful, but he's stuck in with no way out. Villager sees zombies trying to get to the other villager, so he helps. Despite almost getting hurt a lot, the zombie, he drops a carrot, and the villager says, "It's time for sleep, player," and they decide to go to sleep. player says that he knows it's time for sleep and agrees. So the villager also agrees and leaves. On to the next day, villager and player wake up. Villager says, I'm going to check on my pigs while you check on your cows. And he checks on the pigs, all of them being happy. And villager decides to breed the pigs. The player sounds angry, but the villager can't hear him. He's too busy with his pigs. The villager fed all of the pigs and says that's done feeding. The villager asks the player, are you done feeding your cows? I'm gonna go check up on them. And the villager is in shock. Both the mother cow and the father is killed. And the villager asks, who killed the cows? Do you know? Wait, but I couldn't hear you, said the villager. The player said that was his question, who killed the cows? And the villager responds with the same thing. I couldn't hear you saying that. The villager looks down at the cows and thinks, there was a lot of cows at the mountain. If we can just get at least 2 of them back, the cows will be able to live. The villager ventures off to the mountain by himself, not knowing what danger lies ahead. The villager thinks maybe there's some cows inside of the cave with teeth. And the villager says he's going to explore the cave with teeth and asks the player if he wants to come with him. The player says he'll come. The villager says he's going into the one with the belly and walks. The player agrees and comes on with him. The villager says that he remembers the first time he came here, when it was literally 2 days ago. You remember it too, player? The player says yes. He's going to get some stuff that he can help breathe underwater, said the player, and he needs it so he can mine. The villager says okay, and lets the player go on by himself. The villager is still waiting for the player. He can see him in the distance, and is waiting for his arrival. The villager decides to walk down to see some ladders. The villager goes back up the ladders, saying that he should wait. And that is the end of this episode. But it isn't. Because the player gave the villager some doors. He says, thanks, and then that's the end of the episode.